bright like the morning's first rain. No stone too wild can sweep her away. She's fire and gold forged in her frame, a solid force beyond fortune and fame.
Hi, guys, and welcome back to Loading Her. I'm Haley Binkley, your host, and today I am here with one of my good friends, April. Hi,
Hello.
April.
Thanks for having me.
Welcome to Loading Her.
Yes.
How are you feeling today?
I'm pretty good.
Yeah.
A little nervous, but I think I'm working through that because this is about our 17th take already.
17. Literally take 17.
Yeah,
We've had
so.
a ghost in the room with us. We've had the dogs in the room with us. It has been so far a task.
It's been very eventful.
Yes,
but I'm glad to be
it
here.
helps. It
Yeah.
helps with the nerves for sure.
Yeah.
So let's start with you tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay. So most of my friends call me AP or Fatty Ape. But you can just call me April. Born and raised Panama City, Florida girl. I moved to Orlando for a little bit. Decided that the Disney Magic Kingdom wasn't my vibe, so I moved back home to the beach and been here ever since. That was in 2011, so I've been back home since then. I was living on the beach, and now I live in town. Whoop! Yep.
We love the town.
Yes, very excited about that move.
Yeah.
So had to get away from the tourists. No offense, but the traffic,
the
Yeah.
tourists,
the noise.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
When I first moved here and I lived on the beach side, people were like, don't go over the bridge, don't go over the bridge. And now I'm like, I'm not going to the beach because it's just it's so much better over here.
Yeah, I've got everything I need in my little neighborhood, and I'm perfectly fine. So
you know, Kate was actually the first one that I knew that lived in town, Kate and Pam.
Yeah.
When we worked at Cajun Place.
Yep.
And I was like, no, I don't want to go
I
over there.
know. It's such a task. Now she lives even further.
I know. She's like, y'all are going to move closer. I'm going to move further.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
She's a little closer to me because I think I can just go through Lynn Haven to get to her. But
I think she's about 20 minutes from me now.
Yeah.
But I feel like half of us have migrated into town.
Yeah. We just need to get Pam over here. She moved west.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. We need to get her over here.
Yeah.
So where you are in your life right now.
Okay.
What is your favorite accomplishment? What is something that you're proud of?
Well, I am a super nerd and pretty dorky. So I think for me, school is my greatest accomplishment so far. I definitely have a lot of things I want to do in my life, but I have a master's degree and I'm pretty proud of that.
I swear, these dogs.
So when I when I was getting my master's degree, my company said they would pay 100% of my schooling if I got straight A's, and you better believe I got straight A's. So that was definitely a blessing, and I'm super proud of that. So yeah.
Not to hit him with a pillow because he's whining. I spoil my animals way too much, as we all see on this show on a regular basis.
He just wants to be a part of it.
They both do, and it's they know better, and it's embarrassing.
No,
they don't act right when there's people here.
No,
Wallen, God,
I think you're a great mom.
It's frustrating at times. So, if you could name this season of your life, what would you call it?
So not to sound cliche, but I think right now I'm in a season of growth. Some of it was a little bit forced and some of it was motivated, but for sure I'm definitely growing and evolving into the person that I want to become, and I'm shedding some of those old habits and some of those just stagnant behaviors that just aren't serving me anymore. So
they don't align.
Yeah.
I feel like I've been going through the metamorphosis of that as well. It's interesting.
Yeah.
Like I've said, you know, it's your past self I don't know. I feel no attachment to her. I don't know if it feels that way to you.
It is kind of detached. Yeah.
It's weird.
Mhm.
It's so weird. It's like I can't even remember her thought process
Oh.
and like what she was thinking.
Fully.
Like what were you doing?
Yeah.
And it's crazy.
Yeah,
because-
especially like younger, like young 20s version
Absolutely.
of myself.
That's mainly what I'm talking about when I was like
Yeah.
going crazy all
Uh-huh.
over town,
Yeah.
whatever, like drinking and partying. Like,
Yeah.
what was she doing?
I like to say I'm a retired dirtbag.
I love that.
So
I love that.
or I'll say hood rat, like I'm a retired hood rat. I acknowledge that I used to be that way.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely a different person now.
Same.
Maybe it comes with age, maybe
Yeah.
it doesn't, but I feel like it's a little bit of both.
Yeah. Well, and I would like to say that it comes with age, but I do know a lot of 40, 50-year-olds that are still hood rats. So,
well, that's your line of work.
That's true too.
Yeah.
That is very true. Yeah. So, let's get into the nitty-gritty.
Okay. Yeah.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
So, we're going to talk about your childhood first.
Okay. Yeah.
We're going to start with your family environment.
Okay.
And how you think that it shaped you into the woman that you are today.
Well, I'm going to warn everybody. I'm a crier.
Me too.
So I might shed a few tears. It's just something I can't help myself.
Yeah. It's a natural reaction. It's okay.
Yeah.
I am also a crier. I'm always like,
I'm sensitive.
No, I am too. And I always have to tell Dustin, like, whenever I cry, he's like, You're making me feel bad. And I'm like, it's not you.
I promise. It's me.
I hate that I cry. I cry when I'm mad. I cry when I'm sad. I'm just a crier.
Well,
yeah.
not to get off topic, but I also feel like that's a neurodivergent thing. I don't know why I said that so oddly.
No.
Neurodivergent.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think a lot of people like with ADHD, they have that rejection sensitivity disorder. A lot of that plays into it. But yeah, if I'm mad, I'm crying. If I'm upset, I'm crying. If I'm happy, I'm crying.
So I know something that I've learned, through the trauma, through the therapy. It was actually when I was in Aruba doing this yoga retreat for trauma.
Mm-hmm.
It's you attach to a certain emotion.
Okay.
And some people it's anger.
Mm-hmm.
And they express anger because it's more familiar to them.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how they like protect themselves or comfort themselves. So obviously I'm not a therapist, but I totally
You're not
doctors.
Yeah.
But it's like the emotion that comforts your nervous system.
Okay. Well, that makes sense.
Which obviously this is like, that's my own take on it a little bit too, but that's what makes sense to me to think of it like, oh, when I was a kid, I either A, got attention from crying, or B, got comforted from crying, but that's just kind of my own, like through my own deep dive, I've felt like that was
I think for me, it was opposite. Like my, I love you, Patty, but my mom would always be the one that was like, I'll give you something to cry about.
Yeah.
I was kind of sent to my room when I was upset, you know? So I had to kind of self-soothe. I would go in and I would full on hyperventilate.
That's
when I was
how
a
I
kid.
self-soothe is by crying.
Yeah.
My mom is very emotional. She cries a lot. And I always would be like so annoyed. Even now as an adult, I'm like, why are you crying?
Yeah.
And I hate that because I'm like,
you're the same way.
Yeah.
It's like a mirror.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's very interesting. Yeah. The crying thing.
Yeah. Well, I think that a lot of that too, like you mentioned, stemmed from my childhood. So I don't even know how to broach this without sounding, insensitive, but, or that's not the right word, but, I lost my brother when I was 6. And that like shaped me as a human being for the rest of my life, right? Something so traumatic happening as a 6-year-old. I lost my best friend and my brother. And, I think after that, people became emotionally unavailable for a little while.
Yeah. People like your parents? Or your
Well,
mom
my mom, because my dad was not in the picture at that point in my life. But, and so for me, it was just difficult to be a child and learn how to handle your emotions, right? So, yeah, crying was a big thing for me growing up. I was such a sensitive baby, I don't want to say that word. Um, I was just a sensitive little child,
Yeah.
and yeah.
Yeah. Just sensitive little girl.
Mhm.
I mean, honestly, I'm still a sensitive little girl. And sometimes when I cry, I think in my brain, picture myself as a little girl still.
Mhm.
I don't know. There's some part of that,
Yeah.
you
Like,
know.
why are you crying? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But also a comfort for me, like comforting myself too, like
Yeah.
little Haley.
Yeah.
There's like some version of her that I'm still trying
Yeah.
to comfort and I'm still trying to figure that
Yep.
out too.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, about your brother,
Mhm.
how do you think that shaped you
Well,
and like what you face today as, or what you've overcome
yeah.
from that?
Well, I mean, obviously I became a massive people pleaser,
Yeah.
because my mom has had 3 kids and then
Mhm.
she lost one of those, and, I think at that point in my life, I was trying to fight for her attention, and honestly, looking back, like, I understand she was grieving, but, I was also kinda like, "Hey, I'm still here,"
Yeah.
So I kinda became like a bit of a people pleaser.
Was your
Um,
brother older or younger?
yeah, so, he was 10
Okay.
and I was 6 when
And
he
then
passed
the
away.
third.
Oh, my sister is, she's 14 years older than me.
Okay.
So, I don't really know how old she was when all of that happened.
Yeah. 20,
20.
20
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was part of it, and then, everything after that became catastrophic for me. So, like, I missed the bus. It was the end of the world, right? So, like, I didn't have a bearing of, like, when the when the most significant thing happens, like
Mhm.
death,
Yeah.
when you're a small like that, everything after that seems super significant, like
Yeah.
the end of the world kind of.
Right.
So, it was a lot of that too, just
Yeah.
everything was over the top with me. I might have been called dramatic,
Yeah. Right. Like lack of like, not compassion, but acknowledgement of,
everything was
yeah.
the end of the world,
Right.
right? Like,
And this was the 80s too. So,
right.
it's different. So different.
Yeah, there was
It's like,
no therapy back then,
right.
okay?
Right.
Which again, not a slight to my mom, but
Right. It's just the
now
times.
I
Like,
feel like if I would have gone through that now, I would have been in counseling,
right.
a
Right.
child counselor or whatever.
Right.
But that did not happen.
Right.
In
It's just
fact,
not a thing.
I I really don't remember like talking about it much with anybody.
Yeah.
I mean, I probably talked to my mom a little bit about it, but I don't think it was a topic that we discussed in our family, which is kind of sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think a lot of families are like that though.
Mhm.
Like, let's just not acknowledge this.
Yeah.
And, too, not to discredit any adult in that situation.
Yeah.
They can only meet you as far as they've met themselves too. So,
Yeah.
and that's something I've had to learn with my
Yep.
mom over the years is like her in her 20s where I'm approaching the ages
Mhm.
she was at when she was raising me. Like
Yeah.
she wasn't doing what I've been doing and
Right.
searching for.
Yeah.
She's doing that now,
Right.
but that wasn't a thing. Like, and it's a blessing that we are in this
Yeah.
world now where everybody's searching and trying to be better and like not everybody, but most people,
Mhm.
this mental health we're observing and
Yeah.
and it just wasn't a thing.
I'm super grateful
Yeah.
what we've done around
Yeah.
like mental health awareness.
Absolutely.
But you're right. Like it was the 80s. It was
Yeah.
kind of like, oh, shucks, something bad
Right.
happened. Let's just move on from it.
Pick it up.
Yeah.
We gotta
yeah.
go to work on Monday.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So,
Yeah. For sure. So what do you feel like your role as a child in this family was? Like what do you feel like your
Man,
responsibility was
a
to
lot.
your mother and to you and
Yeah.
like what was
I think,
what felt so hard?
I think I did kind of parent myself a little bit, but again, like my mom was there. Like she was not an absent parent.
Yeah.
But the emotional
Mhm.
stability wasn't there. Like I said, we didn't really talk about things. So, we didn't sit down as a family at the dinner table and say like our highs and lows and stuff.
Yeah.
But I think I kind of had to parent myself as far as that was concerned. And then,
Why do you think that is? Like now looking back.
like my mom went back to school when I was in middle school.
Yeah.
So she was working a full-time job and
Yeah.
then going to school at night. So I put myself to bed. I washed my clothes. I made myself dinner. I was very much a latchkey kid for a little while.
Yeah.
She was at every performance,
Yeah. Absolutely.
cheerleading game, but there was a lot of me
Yeah.
time.
Mom's at work.
Yeah.
You know, I would go, my mom was a stay-at-home mom, but I would
Mhm.
go to friends' houses like, mom's at work, like
Yeah.
this is what we do, and I definitely got a sense of how that was.
Mhm.
And then, once my parents got divorced,
Yeah.
it was more so like that. But
Yeah.
it was just normal.
I think that was also the day and age that we live in. Like,
Yeah. Call up to mom's work. Can I
Yep.
talk to my mom?
100%.
Yeah.
Oh, she would get so
Oh, yeah.
pissed. Yeah.
I had a friend that would call her mom every time, like, can Haley stay the night? And they would like
Yeah.
patch her through.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mom's like, don't call me again.
Stop calling
seriously."
me.
My neighbor had like a key to the house because like I'd always lose my keys and stuff. And
Mhm.
they were very much like, watching over me, but
Right.
I was on my own.
Yeah.
I was troublemaking. I was up to no
Absolutely.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same.
I was roaming the neighborhood.
Same.
And then when I got older, like
Yeah.
in my teens, of course, I started experimenting with drugs and alcohol
Right.
and sex and
Yeah.
all the things you're not supposed to be doing. So yeah.
I feel like we were all doing that though.
Mhm.
At least all the people that I know. I mean, I know there are some. It's very like I just feel like we're all doing that.
Yeah.
And I would rather have done it as a teen than
Mhm.
like into my 20s.
Yeah.
Like I got in trouble, but I didn't get in a lot of trouble and I didn't get caught a lot of time.
Yeah.
So
I grew out of it. Like
Yeah.
you said, like
sooner.
we had teen nightclubs here. Like
Yeah.
for real. So
Yeah.
we were 15, 16 going to Club La Vila.
Oh yeah.
There would be
Because
21
that
and
was
up.
spring break
Yeah,
central.
but like 2 rooms over, there's full on adults, drinking and partying.
so weird.
And then like we're over here in the teen club,
Yeah.
just dancing and grinding on
Right,
each other until midnight. And then
We
our
had
parents come
cowboys
and
back
pick
home.
us
Yeah.
up.
So yeah, I completely.
Yeah.
Yeah. And your parents are like, yeah, I'm just going to take them to La Vila or
Uh-huh.
like whatever.
Yeah.
That's
We Ricky will appreciate this. And my childhood best friend, still bestie. Her mom didn't want to pick us up one night, and so she sent like we had this thing called the $10 limo,
Mhm.
and it was literally $10, and a limo would come pick you up.
Oh,
But it
that's
was-
cool.
No.
Oh no,
It
not
was
cool.
like the limos were like from the 80s. They were these old beat up, like whatever, and like it was always some creepy old
Sketchy.
man.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how we survived that, but yeah.
Ugh.
Mm-hmm.
$10 limo. That
Mhm.
sounds like some creep that's trying to get
Yeah.
like young
Yeah.
girls in the car.
Yeah.
Ew, I don't
Yeah.
like that at all.
We got picked up in a $10 limo a couple of times.
But hey,
Yeah.
I would
Do
have
what
done the
you gotta
same
do.
thing.
I'm not awake at 12. I'm
Right.
sorry. And I don't have kids, but if I
Right.
did have kids, I'd probably do the same. Here's an Uber.
Right.
I'm not trying to do that right now.
Right. I would like to believe I'd be the parent, like, call me no matter what time
Yeah.
it is. I'll come get you. Don't drink and drive. Don't, whatever.
Yeah.
Obviously, as a teen, I'm like, I don't care. I'll come get you.
Mm-hmm.
Which I did have a friend whose mom was like
Yeah.
that. But
Oh, not mine.
I don't know. I feel like we walked a lot when we walked everywhere.
Yeah.
But we were right outside of Atlanta, so
Oh, yeah.
it's crazy. It's crazy the way that we were raised. And I bet living here in the
Oh
spring
my
break
gosh.
central.
We were cruising the strip.
Oh, I bet.
We were sneaking out of Miracle Strip, with little armbands on,
Yeah.
14, 15, cruising the strip, and people
Yeah.
would 16, 18-year-old kids would like pick us up
yeah.
and we would hop in the back of their truck and then
Mhm.
just cruise the strip with them. And then we'd go back into Miracle Strip and our parents would come pick us up a couple hours later. And it was just like, we were inside the whole time.
That's like going to the mall or
Yeah.
the movies,
Yeah.
same thing,
Yeah.
but in Panama City.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dustin, you're Dustin's age, I think. He tells me a
Of-
lot of stories of
Yeah.
spring break, and he worked at Miracle Strip too.
Stop.
Yeah. You guys will have to talk
I need
about
to
that.
ask him what rides he worked.
You should.
Okay.
Because he worked there, and he also worked at the water park.
Shipwreck.
So yeah.
Yeah.
So, and I think he was born in 82 or 83. He was born.
He's a year older than me.
Okay, so you
Yeah.
guys are right around
Yeah.
the same area.
Yeah.
And he went to Mosley. too.
Yeah.
I don't know. You went to Bay High, right?
Bay High and then Arnold.
Yeah,
So
'cause
Bay
we
High
went
2
to-
years and then Arnold opened up and we went to Arnold because let's be real. We didn't even have books for like the first semester. I mean,
When they opened?
oh yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. They were not ready to open, but I think they
Why?
kind of
They
rushed
had
it.
to?
Yeah.
Interesting.
And we just kind of cruised through that
That's
first semester. Yeah.
So I don't want to say so Florida because
It is.
but like being from Georgia, we
Mhm.
were the first people that entered into school systems. Like they would open a new school and like we
Yeah.
would be the first class there.
Yeah.
First or second class there.
Mhm.
We never didn't have books.
Yeah.
Like that's so fucking
No,
Florida.
we didn't have books
That's
for like the
crazy.
first semester, and
I
so
believe it.
we were
No
all
offense,
just like
Bay County.
watching videos and just doing our best. So,
That's
but it was
crazy.
also like 5 minutes from my house versus
Yeah.
30 minutes. And
Right.
as a 16-year-old, I wanted to sleep as much as I possibly could.
Same.
But I will say, and I hate to say this out loud, I think I had more fun at Bay High. But Arnold definitely has a piece of my heart. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Looking back at high school, I swear. So, speaking of, being a kid and being in school, when did you realize that you have ADHD? I know you haven't said that yet, but
I didn't.
you didn't. Other
Oh.
people did?
No, like I didn't. I'm late diagnosis. Go figure. And it's not a trend. Females were not studied.
Believe it.
I got diagnosed with ADHD like 6 or 7 years ago.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so recently. But
As a full-on adult.
but looking back, all the
Yeah,
signs were there.
makes
I went to summer school because I couldn't finish a project because I didn't have like the attention span to do so. Like,
why would that make it to where you had to go to summer school?
it was like half your
one
grade.
project?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
That's crazy. I also went to summer school.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that, just there were a lot of signs
Yeah.
that we didn't pick up on as a
Right.
family. And then looking back, it's like, okay, April had ADHD and now we know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you think that did that affect like your decision making
Oh,
or like the stuff that you
1000%.
got into,
Yeah.
choices you made?
Oh, I was a very emotional decision maker. Whatever made me feel good at the time, I was doing it. So, there wasn't a lot of thought process behind it. I was just spur of the moment kind of knee jerk reaction.
Yeah.
That definitely had a big influence on that.
Yeah.
And I already forgot your question. So there we are, present day
you
ADHD.
answered it spot on.
Yeah.
So if you could talk to young April, what would you say to her where you are?
I don't know. That's so hard.
We can come back to it.
Yeah. I feel like I want to cry talking to my younger self.
Yeah.
You're not a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not too much.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, so many women need to hear that too.
Yeah.
We're always told you're too much. You're too
calm
angry,
down.
Yeah. You're too scary. You're too skinny, fat.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Shut up.
You're not too much.
Yeah.
Your family loves you. Gosh, that was tough. I had big abandonment issues. So I think just telling her that, she is loved.
Yeah. Not searching for it in all the wrong places.
Oh my gosh, everywhere else.
Same.
Yeah.
The abandonment issues, do you feel like, I like how you said had, do you feel like?
I don't. Yeah. I feel like
cool.
that's something I'm overcoming. I mean, I feel like it's always a trigger, right? But like I'm learning how to cope with it better. My dad was not in the picture ever. I've actually never seen him in person. He very much was out of my life by like day 3 of me being born. He was in jail. So, and then after that, like, and it was not anything crazy. I mean, it was like public intoxication or something stupid. But
as a kid, that's scary to hear though. Dad's in
I
jail.
didn't hear that until I was an adult. We didn't talk about my dad, but my mom had the wherewithal to be like, okay, this is the last time I'm dealing with this. You need to leave. And so he did.
So they were in a relationship and she was just like, I'm done.
Yeah, they were married and had 2 kids together.
Okay, so they were married.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, at the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he had another daughter from a previous marriage. So
Okay.
that's my other sister.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So he had addiction issues.
Yeah, substance abuse, alcohol and drugs. Substance abuse, though, on mom's side too, like on that part of the family as well. Yeah.
Alcohol specifically, and you don't have to answer that if you don't want to.
Alcohol. But with my dad, he was dabbling into much heavier things.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same. Not same, but same. Just that it's crazy, like being an adult and like looking back, like when your parents were drinking and like doing stuff that like you see you doing yourself and then also your friends doing with kids, and like I don't know, not obviously no judgment or whatever, but for my mom, I did an EMDR. Have you done EMDR?
Yes.
And it was hard for me to understand smoking weed, as crazy as it is as a kid,
no,
Mom's
that's
smoking. We're gonna die.
Yeah.
Like she's gonna die. And that really triggered a sense of fear in me.
Yeah.
Which is so crazy because we live in the world now where everybody smokes weed or whatever. But
the weed part,
right.
yes.
But you're in school and you're like, mom's gonna die. They're in
Yeah.
school. You're like, don't do drugs, kids.
Yeah.
Don't smoke weed. And it's like, no, take some CBD.
Actually, THC has some really great qualities. But you're taught that as a kid. Don't do drugs.
Right.
No. And I can understand that because like growing up, I did see my family, not just my parents, but like my entire family kind of drink and socialize. And it was a very much like a norm, but
like partying or just like
all of it,
like be at dinner and have some wine or
no. Partying, the neighborhood partied. So like I grew up in a really cool neighborhood.
I was gonna say fun.
Yeah, no,
honestly,
I grew up in a really cool neighborhood, but where the neighbors actually liked each other and loved each other, and they would have like little get-togethers, and all the parents would kind of be in one house like partying, and then all the kids would be in like another house, and the older kids would be in charge, right? So you've got like some 16-year-olds in there that are in charge, but we would sneak out and go to the party. And we would be like behind the fence, like picking up cigarette buds and cigarette or alcohol, trying to chug a beer that got left down. So
that's funny. That's like how my cousin's neighborhood was, and it was a lot of fun. As a kid, it was a lot of fun.
I love where I grew up.
That makes me want like all of us to move into a neighborhood together and just like all be on the same neighborhood.
I think
just,
we
like,
should. I talk about it all the time.
Yeah.
Like a little compound.
That would be awesome.
Yeah. Kate and Mitchell are onto something with their property, like buying that property.
Oh, Kate. Oh, yeah. I thought you said Peyton. I was like, who is Peyton?
I speak too fast.
No, it's okay. Same.
No, I would love that. Actually, I would love nothing more than to retire with my girlfriends.
Absolutely. Yeah. Same. Yeah, Emily put on her thing the other day is like, maybe our friends are our soulmates.
Oh, yeah.
The quote from Sex and the City. I was like, stop.
I feel that with every fiber of my being. Yeah.
Too. And I always say on this, like, how grateful I am to have the girlfriends and as many of us as we have. And how amazing it is that we all have each other and support each other and like, go however long without seeing each other, but come back together. Like,
certainly.
Yeah. Like family.
I always say that when I started at Cajun Place, like my timeline shift.
Yeah.
I think I like was meant to find that serving job. I was meant to be around this group of women. And I know we've kind of brought more people in over time, but like in that time, I was meant to be there. And I can't imagine my life otherwise, honestly. Like
I even left and tried to move away and was like, what am I doing?
I want to be away.
And came back.
Yeah.
Because of you guys, like it's
we're really cool.
I mean, honestly, y'all are my family.
Yeah.
And it's just, I'm just so blessed.
Yeah.
Quick break here, guys, because I have to say this. The merch is finally here, and I'm actually obsessed. It's something you can throw on after the gym, while working, on a coffee run, and still feel great. We made pieces that are actually going to fit into your real life, stuff you'd wear on a regular basis. It's comfortable, simple, and tied into everything we talk about on this podcast. If you want to show support and grab something you'll genuinely wear, the link is in the show notes. All right, back to it.
And we're back.
Yes.
We had to take a little break.
Touch our toes.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
wanted to do a little stretch, use the bathroom. So we are going to get right into it, though.
Okay.
You know,
Let's do it.
when I do get sponsors, that's where we would put the commercial in.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Well, I can't wait.
When I'm not going to say it.
Please
I'm gonna say
share, and follow.
Yeah, please. Also, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So my cat automated feeder just went off, so we had to restart that.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
We got a
This
ghost.
is a pet friendly house, and we definitely have a ghost somewhere.
Yeah.
I don't even know if we said that in the beginning.
Oh,
That we
okay.
had somebody talking.
Yeah.
to us. That
There
was
was a ghost.
interesting.
Mhm.
So back to your dad.
Yeah.
So you had mentioned that.
Dinner time.
Let's just wait.
Okay,
Okay,
there we
let's
go.
stop. Serious note.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I mean, this is you. We can laugh if you want.
Listen,
Obviously,
that's
this
how I
is
deal with my
yours.
trauma.
Yeah, same.
So,
Same.
you know, I tell jokes.
Absolutely.
It
me
is what
too.
it is. Yeah.
I think it's very normal. 'Cause
Yeah.
I did
I
the
laugh
same
at the
thing.
most inappropriate
Yeah,
times.
same.
Yeah.
So, how do you feel like your relationship with your dad affected you, or lack of relationship with your dad affected you as a child, as a young adult,
Mhm.
as a young woman?
So growing up, I mean, we didn't talk about him. It was our small little family unit, right? It was like me, Michelle, mom, and I loved it. I was curious, but I think that I really didn't approach it because we didn't talk about, like, my mom didn't supply that information. So I didn't go running it down.
Yeah.
So as a child, I think I just was okay with having this, tight knit little family. But the older I got, the more.
Sorry.
Oh,
Who is Michelle?
oh,
For the listeners.
that's my
So we know.
sister.
Okay.
That's my mom's
Yeah.
daughter. Because I think we talked about another half sister. My dad had another daughter from a previous marriage.
Okay.
But when I say my sister, I mean Michelle.
Okay.
Because she is my sister.
Yeah.
And I don't say half sister because
Right.
that is not a thing.
Right.
And she's 14 years older than me. So she was almost kind of like a motherly figure in my life. She was picking me up from school, taking me to lunch, all the things. So yeah.
Love that. Love that you had her.
Yeah. No, same. I mean, I think it was a blessing for my mom to like grieving the loss of a child, but also having an older child to kind of help be there.
Child.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but the older I got, the more curious I got, of course, because I'm at school and everybody else has a mom and a dad, and they're like, "Who's your dad?" And I'm like, "I don't even know,
Draw a picture of your family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Yeah.
I don't know,
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I started asking more questions. And then when I was 18, I got a letter from him.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I think my grandma had a lot to do with that. I think she never,
Mom's mom or dad's
my
mom?
dad's mom
Okay.
never really gave up trying to reconnect us, right? Because after my brother passed, we kind of lost touch of my dad's side of the family. And so she never gave up. And I think she encouraged him to reach out to me. And I think for him, a letter was a little bit of a buffer. Picking up a phone might have been scary.
Yeah.
But he was able to put like pen to paper and kind of like say his wrongs and answer some questions for me. But
that helped?
Oh, well, it was surprising. Honestly, I was shocked to get
He
this.
mailed it to you?
He mailed it to my sister, I think.
Huh.
Yeah. And then my mom and my sister sat me down and they said, "We have something for you." And I was like, "Okay." And they were like, "It's from your dad." And I was like, "Wow," wasn't like expecting that. So I think I took it to my room and closed the door and read it to myself. I believe I cried. And then I wrote him back and we became pen pals for quite some time. And then we started talking on the phone. So it just kind of evolved from there. And, I wasn't easy on him.
Yeah.
I was asking like some super hard hitting questions.
Yeah.
Like, why weren't you there at my brother's funeral?
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Your son.
Yeah.
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 And, he didn't want to give me excuses. I think he knew, and he said, I was on drugs.
Yeah.
Not like that. He said it
Yeah.
a little bit more nicely, but essentially he chose a different life over his family, and that's why he wasn't around. And he also said, like, and I feel like this is such a cop out, but like, I knew your mom was gonna be okay,
Yeah.
like, I didn't think you wanted me around and that kind of shit. And it's just
To
like,
even put that responsibility on a
yeah,
child
yeah,
is insane.
yeah.
But, you know,
Well, he's a child,
yeah.
or was a child.
Yeah.
He's since passed. So,
Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, growing up, we just didn't talk about it, and then we started talking about it, and we became pen pals. And that's what I was comfortable with.
Yeah.
I feel like I thought I had all the time in the world
Yeah.
to do it at my own pace. Um, it's really hard as an adult to connect with a family member
Mm.
that hasn't been around your whole life. You
Mhm.
don't have those memories and those fun times to talk about. It's
Yeah.
kind of all serious.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's also kind of awkward.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like you've got to find
What do you
what's
like?
right.
Yeah,
What's in common.
yeah.
Especially like your
Mhm.
parents.
Yeah.
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 Or I guess somebody that took part in your
I
existence rather than
he is I don't think I use the word dad. I do say father.
Yeah.
I do call him Ray mostly. That's his name. And so typically I would just say Ray.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That works.
Mm-hmm.
So along the lines of your dad,
Mm-hmm.
you had mentioned you have another sister.
Yeah. That was
What?
shocking.
Yeah. So when you were communicating with your dad, this is
Yeah.
how that came up, or
Mm-hmm.
she's close to your age, or
Well, yeah, actually, no. So she's Michelle's age.
Oh,
They're
wow.
literally almost, I think they're like a month apart.
Did Michelle know?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So
She knew the whole
we'll
time.
get to that.
Okay.
Everybody knew except for me.
Why?
Yeah. I think,
Why wouldn't they tell
well,
you? I wonder.
so Kim, my half sister,
Uh-huh.
she lived with her mom, Janelle, and she was only kind of at our house before me, right?
Mhm.
Before I was even born. She was only there part time.
Yeah. Was it a cheating situation?
No, no,
Because
no.
your
So,
parents were married?
no, no.
Just-
So like my mom had a previous marriage.
yeah.
My dad had a previous marriage, and then they got together and had me and my brother Tommy.
Okay.
So there's no infidelity or
Yeah,
anything
yeah.
like that. But like everybody knew about her. She's 14 years older than me.
Why keep her a secret?
I just think that it was easier not to talk about it because then you have to start answering questions and why we chose to do what we did. And I do not fault my mother for any of this. I need to preface that because she
was
did
doing what she thought
I'm
was
sorry.
best. It's okay.
She did what she thought was best for
Yeah.
me.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm not upset about that. But it was shocking.
Do you want this? Yeah.
Thank you.
Take your time too if you need it. Okay.
Yeah. It was shocking as an adult to find
Yeah.
out you had a sister, another
Yeah.
one.
I could not imagine.
So I think that came from my dad, but I might be mistaken. My mom might have said it at that point. And they connected us. I think maybe Kim called me first. And mind you, this is all happening when I'm in my early 20s, right? So like I'm not even 25 yet.
Right. And you don't
I'm
really
still
care.
a dirtbag.
Yeah. I was
At
like,
this point, I am still
trying to be like
partying.
cool.
Right. I'm
Yeah.
drinking all the time. I'm doing drugs. I'm doing all the things.
Yeah.
And so when she would call me, I was lit half the time.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Blackout sometimes. Like I don't
Right.
even remember half of our conversations. And so it just, it was what it was. It was a lot of
Were you angry too? Do you feel like you were mean to her when you talked to her? Like,
I think I had an
okay.
attitude because here's my question. And
Yeah.
You're old enough to reach out to me.
Like an adult.
Oh, like
Yeah.
when Tommy died,
Right.
that's her brother too. Right. Okay.
Mhm.
So I was 6 when that happened. She was also 20 years old.
And she didn't show up to the funeral either?
No, I don't think my grandmother did. Like some of our family members did, but I don't believe she was there. I'll have to ask my mom.
Because you wouldn't know if she was too.
I was so
You
young.
wouldn't have known. Yeah.
So young, but I don't feel like she was there.
Yeah.
And it was a little attitudey, you know. I had a little bit of, you know, where were you?
Yeah.
You're old enough to contact me.
Mhm.
No, we don't have Facebook back then, but
Right.
like figure it out.
Right. Right.
Why didn't you want a relationship with me?
Right.
It was a lot of that. It was
Yeah.
questioning kind of, you know, and there's the abandonment issue
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
I had this whole secret family
Mhm.
and I wanted to know why nobody wanted to,
Right.
you know,
Disclose it with
yeah.
you. Yeah. And then lack of trust there too. Is like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm supposed to trust you guys and you all lied to me?
Yeah.
Like
Big
what?
time. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we finally met in person after my dad actually passed away. So we
Mhm.
didn't meet in person until after he passed, but it was my grandmother, I think like 85th birthday party. And she was there with her daughter. So I got to meet her and her daughter, my niece.
Yeah.
We still have a very far, like, we are not close, but we do text, we do communicate. We still have a long way to go. Um, I have up a little bit of a boundary now as an adult because my piece is super important to me. And I think
Absolutely.
that she has a lot of healing to do that she hasn't done yet. And I've actually put in a lot of that work
Yeah.
to heal myself from all of this.
You have to protect
Yeah.
yourself. I know. I
Mhm.
say that all the time. You've got to protect yourself.
Yeah.
Like
So, yeah.
it's hard.
It's not that
when
I
it's
don't
family,
want it.
it's
Yeah.
so hard.
Yeah. It's just that
Yeah.
it doesn't make sense the way it is right now. And
Yeah.
I need her to do a little bit more inward,
Yeah.
you know, because
So
it's
it
a lot of
doesn't serve,
blaming.
yeah, and it doesn't
It-
serve you
yeah.
to carry the weight of
Yeah.
what she wants you to carry.
Yeah. She called out my
Yeah.
mom one time, which pissed me off
Yeah.
because she said, well, you know, I didn't see Patty, you know, trying to, you know, first
Yeah.
of all, no,
Right.
don't even
Yeah.
go there.
We don't
We're
talk
not
about
talking
Patty
about Patty,
negatively,
okay? If you know me,
period.
you know we don't talk
It
about
doesn't
Patty.
happen.
Yeah, but stop blaming
Yeah.
people.
Like take responsibility.
Right.
That is the main problem, you know, when people just really can't like
Mhm.
see their own shit.
Yeah.
But and yet they're smearing it everywhere.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, sorry, that's a disgusting analogy.
I'm here for it.
But I just can't help but
Yeah.
say that.
Mhm. Yeah.
So, you know, your parents were partying, you know.
Separately, by the way, not together.
Okay,
But
okay.
yeah. I mean, they partied before me. Like,
Right.
I have to say this again. Like, I was born and then my dad was out.
Yeah.
Right. But like, they were married up until that point for I think 5 or 6 years because obviously Tommy, but didn't like party. Like my mom wasn't like that. She
Right.
drank, whatever.
Yeah.
She was not drug using
Right,
by
right.
any means. But at that point, they were partying separately. And I kind of knew about my dad a little bit because when we did discuss my dad, it was very much he chose a life of drugs and alcohol,
Mm.
and this is why he's not here.
Yeah.
And so I knew that in the back of my head, but I saw my mom
Mhm.
partying with, you know, alcohol and her
Right.
friends. And we were going to social happy hours at the neighbor's house and all that
Right.
kind of stuff. And, you know, it was very much the center of our world. You
Yeah.
know, there was not a time where we didn't have alcohol at a function,
Yeah.
right? It was always there.
Mhm.
Yeah.
How do you feel like that affected you, like as a young adult? It was just like normal, like this
Yeah.
is what we do.
Yeah.
Like this is how we socialize.
Right. Yeah. So it definitely normalized it. Also, growing up in Bay County, we're a big tourist place. Like, other than, you know, Shipwreck and Miracle Strip, like I talked about, it was bars and that was it. And so, like, once you grew out of Shipwreck and Miracle Strip, it was like, okay, now we're in the age of drinking. Here, this is what we do. We party, we go to keggers and we go and drink and all this stuff. So it was very normalized growing up to drink.
Yeah.
And it wasn't peer pressure.
Right.
I don't think I ever felt any type
Right.
of peer pressure.
I
I
want-
wanted to.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
wanted to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So, you know, through all of that, did you ever go to therapy as a kid or
No.
did you started as an adult? When did you
Yeah.
find therapy?
Therapy wasn't a part of my life. Dealing with emotions wasn't a part of my life until
Yeah.
after my dad died.
Yeah.
So that was in 2010 and I was 26.
Mhm.
Trying to do the math here. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was 26 years old. Dad died. I took it well, I thought. I was on a cruise when he passed. So I didn't even know about it until after I got off the cruise. And I know that sounds horrible. But
I mean, it's the reality of the situation.
I had a
you know?
voicemail from my grandmother. Your dad's passed away. we've already had the funeral. Like, I mean,
Oh, wow.
oh yeah.
It's already over.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah. So I took it pretty well. And then 2 months later, I had my first panic attack. I didn't think they were related at the
Yeah.
time. I did not know what was happening.
Yeah.
I had a full-blown panic attack, like debilitating,
Mm.
and didn't leave my house for 3 weeks.
Mm.
Oh, for real. I almost lost my job. Yeah. And
And when you don't know what anxiety is and you get it all of a sudden,
yeah,
it's like,
what is this?
is this?
Yep.
And why
Yep.
is it here?
Yep.
And I mean, I always thought anxiety was a joke. I thought
Yeah.
people were like, oh, I'm just anxious
Yeah.
today.
It's an excuse.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like almost even just like an expression of like,
Mhm.
yeah, I'm just anxious. I
Yeah.
couldn't associate it with a feeling.
Right.
And now
Until you've
having
had it.
anxiety,
Yep. Mhm.
oh my God, it is the worst
Yeah.
feeling in the world.
Yeah. You feel out of body. It's so strange. But in that moment, I did not know.
Yeah.
So I called my mom. I was actually not with her. I was with my ex, Corey, and we were home for Christmas.
Yeah.
And had rented a hotel room because I think we just wanted our own privacy, our own space.
This is like while you were going to school that you came back here.
Yeah, we were in Orlando, and I was not in school, but we
Okay,
we
so
had moved down
you said
there
you were in
for a
Orlando.
job. Yeah. And we were home visiting. I had my first panic attack, called my mom. She knew what was happening.
Yeah.
She talked me off the ledge. She started asking me like, "What'd you have for breakfast?" And I
Yeah.
was like, "Why
Have
are
you
you
had
asking
protein?
me this?"
Right.
You know, like just all these random questions. So she calmed me down a little
Mhm.
bit, told me to come over. So we packed up the car. We were checking out of the hotel, and we went over there, and she was like, "You're having a panic attack, or you had a panic attack, or whatever." And she was like, "You might want to, look into it or whatever." So it actually took us like 12 hours to drive home to Orlando because I had to have him stop like every hour.
You left immediately after that?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But I was still reeling.
Right.
And so we stopped the car like every hour and just kind of like
Yeah.
sat there. And he's such an angel.
Did you like decide to leave or that was already the plan?
It was kind of already the plan. I feel
Yeah.
like we were checking out. It was Christmas.
Okay.
We needed to get back home for work.
Yeah.
But when I got home, I didn't leave for 3 weeks.
Right.
I physically could not leave the house. Every time I went to go open the door, I was shaking. I was crying. I couldn't even get in the car to go to the doctor when we finally did go. But he had to really talk me into it. And I was crying the whole way to the doctor. I get to the doctor's office. I'm crying in the doctor's office. We sit down and he's like, "Ma'am, you have anxiety."
Yeah. Yeah, and they like talk about it like it's something, like it's no big deal.
Of course, it was a man. No, no offense, but
no,
you're a belligerent woman. You're emotional.
let's just medicate.
Yeah,
you.
and so they did. Yeah, they handed me a prescription for Xanax.
Mm.
I had never taken anti-anxiety medication ever in my life. I had no idea what I was in for.
Right.
And it was a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think they had you on like a high dose?
Oh, yeah.
Like too high of a dose?
Oh yeah. We had to adjust that because I was a zombie. I would get up, go to work, come home and sleep.
Right.
And then Corey would wake me up for dinner. I would eat dinner and then I would go back to bed.
Yeah.
And that was my days for a couple months.
Yeah, because I've only done it like
Yeah.
for funsies.
Yeah.
Which is stupid.
Yeah. So I was sleeping a lot. I was basically a zombie. I would go to work, come home, sleep, eat dinner, and then repeat. And that was, a couple months of my life. Meanwhile, I was in therapy. And at that time, I hadn't really put two and two together, but I think something was asked. It was like, something significant happened to you recently. And I was like, yeah, my dad died, but like, I didn't know him,
Yeah.
And the doctor was like, well, that's absolutely
Right.
what has, that's where it stemmed from,
Yeah.
right? Like that
It's like a
significant
reaction.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
my body, my nervous system was like reacting to the loss of my dad, even though for me, it was almost like losing a stranger. But I think, I was starting to reel at that point and spiral about not having the opportunity to like build that relationship that I wanted with him.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was pretty significant, I would say. And
Yeah.
that kind of, you know, really was the catalyst for that
Yeah.
anxiety.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you feel like your anxiety journey is now? Like,
Oh,
where
I mean, some people might disagree.
right.
I
No, but
feel
it only matters what you think.
right. Well, I'm speaking to my family.
Yeah.
Much better. The, I have a great support system. I always have my family and my friends. They have really been there and been in the trenches with me when I didn't know what the fuck was going on with my own body.
Yeah.
But it was hard because I was over medicated, first of all. I don't know if you know too much about Xanax, but I was taking like a full bar, which is a lot. Like I think it was like 4 milligrams or
Yeah.
something like that. And
I call that like a school bus on the streets.
not a football, but
I'm gonna express my gangster right now.
exactly. But at that time,
Yeah.
yeah. So I had to ask to kind of, well, I asked to change medication. So then they put me on Klonopin. And then I moved back home. I won't get into the details of why, but my ex and I broke up. I moved back home. I think it was a blessing in disguise because here we are.
Yeah.
But I went to a doctor here in Bay County and was like, "Hey man, I'm on this medication. I really don't want to be on it. It affects me. I don't like who I am on this. I want to be back to normal, right?"
How did it trigger that in your mind to be like, this is not me? I don't like, was there a specific time or you just felt that way initially from the
I
second you
think from
started taking it? You were like,
day
nah.
one. Day
Okay.
one. Yeah. Because it wasn't normal for me, right?
Right.
Like I wouldn't say anyone said like my friends weren't like, "You're not yourself."
Right. Yeah.
Like I didn't feel like
Right.
myself.
Yeah.
I did not like who I was on that
Yeah.
medication. So
Did you feel like you didn't remember a lot too? Like, I feel like Xanax makes you like forget, that's like, I
well,
mean, obviously if you're
I was
taking too
not
much.
abusing.
Right.
Actually, I was like a rule follower when I
Right.
first got on my anti anxiety. I was not drinking at all. Like
Yeah.
my best friend got married. Okay, Ricky got married, and I had like 2 beers at her wedding because I was on anti anxiety medication, and I didn't want to like full on have a blackout and all this stuff.
Right.
So I was not abusing alcohol while I was taking that. But
Did you ever, because I feel like the times that I have done Xanax, obviously not by doctor's orders,
yeah.
just for whatever, as a kid,
Mhm.
I would do Xanax probably too much, probably not the right way. And I would forget everything.
Yeah.
I would eat. I remember I would buy, like, I had friends that did Xanax and they would steal shit. Like,
Yeah.
I never was like that, but I definitely,
I had friends like that too in high school.
but I know that
Yeah.
they were like popping. They would
Yeah.
say like they would eat them like Skittles. They'd
Right.
have them in their pocket. They would be bar tards, as we would call them. And
Okay.
they would be like blah blah
Yeah.
blah, just like be on Xanax and eat more Xanax.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you were doing that. I'm just
I
saying
will
like,
say I had a very brief moment back when I moved to Bay County. It was like 2012. I don't want to say hanging out with the wrong people.
yeah,
But I was with a different crowd of people, and I feel like this is the only time I might have wanted to feel like cool, and there might have been a little bit of peer pressure. I was hanging out with some younger people, and I was like, "Yeah, I have Xanax, you guys." Like, and so I was kind of like eating them often, or not, not the way they were prescribed to me.
right.
And then after that, I was like, "Nope, I don't like this. I need to stop." And so I weaned myself off, which
So
I don't do.
yeah. So being medicated like the right way with Xanax, do you feel like it messed with your memory at all? Like I just only can associate it with forgetting.
I think
Like
my
people
trauma has messed with my memory. Truly don't think it was necessarily like the Xanax. I think it's all the above of losing my brother at the age of 6, losing my dad before I could, really have a relationship with him. Like these things happen to me, and I
Block them
truly,
out.
I
My
repressed.
sister's like that.
I have repressed a lot.
She's like, tell me about our childhood, because I
Yeah.
don't remember anything. I remember everything.
Yeah.
But she's like, tell me about this and tell me about that. I
Mhm.
need help remembering this stuff for therapy. She's like,
Mhm.
my therapist asked me this. And I'm
Yeah.
like, do you remember when?
Well, that's now
Yeah.
now in therapy, which I've been in therapy on and off since 2010. I'm a huge advocate of therapy.
Yeah.
Everybody go to therapy.
Yeah. Even if you don't think you need it, you do need it.
God, I cannot say that enough.
I can't say it right now though because I haven't been going to therapy, but
Can't say that enough. Go to therapy.
yeah, go to
Please.
therapy.
There's nothing we want
Paula
more in
needs
life
therapy.
that a partner who, is in touch with their emotions and
Absolutely.
healing and all of that. So, and I am not an A student, by the way,
Yeah.
when it comes to therapy. I have a lot of growth that I still need to do. I still have a lot of work. But I'm very proud of what I've come to like in the last 16 years. My God.
Yeah.
I've done a lot of soul searching. I've stopped blaming people. I have started looking inward and yeah, I'm really proud of that. So, mhm.
What do you think has led you to be like look inward or like learn more about yourself? Like what has brought you to that? Besides therapy, obviously, what's something else that you feel like is like, damn, I'm starting to know myself. Like
Yeah.
what is helping you to do
I
that?
think like becoming more independent, just I was scared of everything as a kid, right?
Yeah.
I was scared of everything. And then I wanted to stop being scared of everything.
Mhm.
And
When
having
did you decide you wanted to stop?
um honestly, this is a recent journey
Yeah.
for me. I'd say like when I bought my first house,
Mhm.
like that was very scary for me.
Yeah.
I did it by myself, I didn't have someone else co-signing or whatever.
Right.
I just like
It is scary.
I was like, you know what, we're doing this.
Right.
I have a mortgage now.
Right. But it's so much better than rent. I mean, personal
Right,
opinion.
right,
Obviously, everyone is different.
right.
But,
Yeah,
when you're young, you're like, this is mine.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I have this.
Yeah, I'm super proud. And
Yeah.
now I'm on my second home.
Yeah.
I made a great investment and
Mhm.
I turned it around and made money and was able to, move into a neighborhood that I really truly love. And I will say, like, having the ladies that I have in my life, and this includes my mom and my sister, I think it's been easier because I have had them to kind of fall back on. Like, I wanted to start solo traveling, but
Mhm.
I didn't do that right out the gate. Like Pam and I took a trip together. Of course it was for fun, but
Mhm.
I explained to her like for me, the point of this trip is I want to become like a little bit more confident in
Mhm.
myself and I want to have a little bit of independence. So like it was funny because I remember like building my tent like, for the first time and like making my fire and all that stuff. Like those were things that were like super cool for me.
Yeah.
But I had my buddy there.
Yeah.
I had my Pam and it made it to where when I did finally take my first solo road trip, like I felt like I had all the skills I needed because these people that are in my life have kind of like you can do this, right?
Yeah.
They've
Yeah.
kind of I took my training wheels
You see
off.
how easy it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I first started traveling, obviously with people,
Yeah.
it was like, oh, this is way easier than I
Mhm.
thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like now we've all done it so much. It's like,
Uh-huh.
I got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually enjoy it.
Yeah.
At first it was kind of a scary thing, right? I'm overcoming a fear and I'm going out into the big bad world by myself. There's scary monsters
And
out
it
there.
should still be scary
It is.
because we have to be
We need to
aware.
be aware
Yeah.
of our surroundings.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm safe,
Yeah. Yeah.
but I have that confidence
Yep.
now and I'm really proud of, where I've come.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you too. Where do you feel like what other things have made you feel like you found yourself where you are right now at least or got you closer to finding yourself if that
Well, aside from therapy, because that's a big one,
Yes.
um,
And traveling.
traveling,
Yeah.
you know,
Or just an outlet for you. What is a good outlet for
Um,
you?
I
Something
mean, singing, of course.
Yeah.
So that's always been a part of my life.
Yeah.
My mom introduced me to like really cool music from a small age and like that was our bonding. We would listen to records together and we
I
would
love that.
sing and I joined chorus in middle school and I sang all the way up through high school. And it was something I always loved doing. And I became an adult and I stopped doing it for some reason. No, I would go karaoke with my
Right.
friends, but that was
Right. We have cats. They have entered the picture now. Swear.
But that was it. I wasn't like anything, I was
Yeah.
drinking at the bar, singing
Yeah.
karaoke. But recently,
Yeah. Well, before you get to that, you
oh,
said you don't drink and sing.
oh,
So what
oh, yeah. So I started to become sober curious like about 4 years ago.
Yeah.
I just recognized that it was a pattern in my family. I was going down kind of the same road. Um, it was a problem. I am a binge drinker.
Yeah.
I wasn't a daily drinker, but that's almost just as bad because when I start, I don't stop. I'm the first person to start drinking and I'm the last person to leave the bar. I was making very bad decisions. I at one point in my life had a DUI. I just wasn't my highest self. I wasn't like really, I was just kind of like floating
Yeah.
around and I wasn't doing great things, but started to realize I needed to cut alcohol out of my life about 4 years ago, and I slowly did it because I cannot just dive into that, right?
Yeah.
So, I think my first, I did, 30 days, January,
Yeah.
sober January,
Uh-huh.
and then I would,
See,
extend it, yeah, so,
see a
I
month
would do,
out.
90
Yeah.
days, and then I did, 6 months,
Yeah.
and now I have not had alcohol in 605 days.
That's amazing.
Yeah, well,
So what is that, 2 years?
it'll be
Almost?
2 years in May.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And I quit smoking.
Yeah.
Because I quit drinking.
Oh,
So
it's amazing.
I never thought I would quit smoking.
Yeah.
I thought I was gonna smoke forever.
Yeah. I'm so proud of you.
Mhm.
See, we can do anything we put our minds to. I
It's been
swear.
hard. It's
Yeah.
been hard because first of all, there's a little bit of shock that goes into it with your friend group, and not in a bad way. It's
Yeah.
just, you go from being a partier to, hey, I'm not going to do that anymore.
Right.
So there's a little bit of an adjustment time
Yeah.
frame, but after you get over that,
Yeah.
I've been at the bars with you guys. I've
Mhm.
gone to birthday parties. I've been to weddings sober.
Mhm.
I've been to sporting events sober. I've done everything in my life sober now that I thought I couldn't do.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Yeah, it's such a norm to go to a football game.
yeah,
Let's get beers
yeah.
or birthday parties. Let's have some drinks.
Birthday
I'm
parties.
just glad we're
Oh,
not the
I thought you
ones
meant
slamming
kids'
shots.
birthday parties.
Well, that too. Remember
Yeah.
Jordan's baby shower?
Yes, I do. And there were plenty of kids' birthday parties.
Absolutely. Yeah,
So,
no judgment.
yeah. Yeah. So that's been pretty cool. I'm proud of that. I probably should have said that was my
Yeah.
proudest that I've been.
Yeah, you can change that, that you were proud of what you did
Well, I'm
then,
proud
and
of
I'm
my
proud
schooling, but
yeah.
this has been a life-changing thing for me.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely proud of that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
As you should be. It's not easy.
Yeah.
It's not easy.
Yeah.
So what has travel taught you about yourself? Going back to your traveling and your solo travels and your confidence and all the things that have led you into this
Yeah.
version of yourself, you know?
Well, it's taught me I'm still a planner. As much as I would like to be a willy-nilly, let's just go for it. What I do when I'm going on a trip by myself, I put a spreadsheet together of all my campsites. I'm making sure that my family knows where I'm at.
God, I'm sorry. There are people out there that travel and don't plan, but I just who are those
I
people?
know.
Good for them.
They're our friends.
But God, I am not one of those people. As you know, you've traveled.
No, I know. I love
one of those
traveling with you.
God, I'm very
yeah.
this car's
We
picking
kind
us
of
up here and blah, 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 blah.
I let you do your thing and you
Yeah.
kind of let me do my thing
Yeah.
and we kind of build off that. But no,
Yeah.
I'm very much still a planner.
Yeah.
But it's really just taught me to take things in, live in the
Yeah.
moment, enjoy life.
Slow down.
I love to be outside. That is also therapy for me.
Same.
Being in nature. It's taught me to be grateful for things.
Yeah.
It's taught me to be more spiritual, in a broader sense.
Do you think that led you to your spiritual awakening, sober journey,
Well,
traveling? Do you think they're all
I think it's
coinciding with
all
each
I think
other?
it's all one thing.
Yeah.
I think it's all together.
Yeah.
I don't think it was one thing. I think it was all supposed to just happen the way it happened.
Yeah.
And yeah.
And you've met friends along the way. You've gone to see friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've made it a point to see at least one person on every solo journey. So when I went to Virginia, I saw my cousin Savannah and my friends Elizabeth and her wife Cass.
Yeah.
I go see Kimber out in California. My friend Amber, she was out in Arizona and she popped in and we did Zion together. Angels Landing.
Love her. I met her at yoga.
Yes.
Rebecca's yoga class.
Yeah. Amber and I have known each other since middle school.
Yeah.
And she very much is a good influence in my life. And, I like her spiritual journey and I look up to people like her and Rebecca and what they're doing. And,
Absolutely.
and I respect that. And it makes me want to be more like that.
Mhm.
And, so I'm just kind of shedding some of the old dirtbag habits. Not that drinking is a dirtbag thing, but for me it was.
In the line.
Well,
Yeah.
because I was not making good choices, right?
Right.
I had the weekend that I stopped drinking for these 605 days. It was Memorial Day weekend, and it was like we had a party. I think it was Jack's birthday, so we had like a cookout.
Mhm.
And it was like a bender for me. So I'd like gone drinking Saturday, and then I had to drink Sunday, and then I drank Monday, and it was like a whole weekend thing. And I woke up on Tuesday and was like, I'm fucking done.
Yeah.
I'm done with this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like too, my hangovers, every
Oh.
time I do drink
Yeah.
more than I would like to,
Mhm.
I wake up and I'm like, why? Why am I
Yeah.
doing that? I don't even like the way it feels to
Yeah.
be drinking.
Mhm.
I don't like the way it feels the next day.
Yeah.
But I also get really bad anxiety.
Yeah. Well, that's a mask too. Like alcohol for me served a purpose for a very long time.
Yeah.
And that was to hide myself from myself.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, all the emotions inside that have been bottled up for years. But then when I started to deal with them and really actually work through them, doing it sober is the only way to do it.
Yeah.
You can't really fully get to know yourself until you are in that sober mind.
Yeah. It's
At
like,
least I feel that
have you
way.
heard the spiritual side of it? Like they call it spirits because it blocks you from your spirit.
Mhm.
Like alcohol is
Yeah.
like takes you from your soul a
Mhm.
little bit. I mean,
Yeah.
any kind of, I think, mind
Substance.
altering
Yeah.
substance does that.
I mean, yeah.
That's my own personal
Mhm.
opinion.
Yeah.
You know, obviously people would disagree or
Yeah.
whatever, but
Yeah.
that's fine. That's
Yeah.
my own personal opinion.
Yeah.
I feel the most clarity when I'm sober for me.
Yeah.
That's fine.
And I have to preface, I'm not fully sober. I'm
Yeah.
Cali. I'm Cali sober.
Yeah.
For those of you who know what that is.
Right. And even I, you know, too, you know, you take the mushrooms and you learn a lot about yourself
Listen,
too. Not you specifically. Yeah, no, I'm just saying.
You
like,
know, I microdose, but I
Yeah.
have gone to see God, right?
Right,
Like
right.
I've taken that trip, and
Right.
it's been very
Yeah.
eye-opening.
Yeah.
You do learn a lot about yourself. But for those people who want to be sober,
Right.
you know, I fully respect that.
Yeah.
And there are alternatives out there now that we did not have growing up. Like
Yeah.
the sober movement is really growing.
Yeah.
I'm super proud of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As a bartender, it's kind of sad, but
Well,
no,
yeah.
I want people to be
Yeah.
sober because as a bartender, you know, you see terrible, terrible things that alcohol does for people.
But I think a lot of the times for people, it's just that social aspect of like maybe just having a drink in the hand or whatever.
Yeah.
Like there are alternatives now, like the THC drinks, of course,
Right.
but like the ones that are like adaptogens,
Yeah.
you know, like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
mushrooms and like
Ashwagandha.
ashwagandha. Yeah. So like you can still have that fun effect and drink
Right.
those, and
Right.
it kind of does the trick, right? It
Yeah.
tricks your brain into thinking like, oh, I'm partying, I'm
Or just
having
have something
fun.
in your hand.
Yeah.
Period. And
Yeah.
drinking. Like
Mhm.
I did, I think 6 months of
Yeah.
sober
Yeah.
a year or two ago.
Super proud of you, by the
And
way.
thank you.
Yeah.
And but I always did want something to drink.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
when I was at a party, like, oh, I'm just gonna like
Yeah.
want something to sip on. I don't know why.
Yeah.
It's like,
I think it's like a buffer.
yeah.
I think it just kind of helps you.
And probably helps other people so you're not
Mhm.
just standing there like with your
Right.
hands in your arms, like,
What do I do?
just hang out. So how do you feel like everything that we've talked about
Yeah.
today, your story, how do you feel like we don't have to go into each one
Mhm.
specifically, but how do you feel like that has shaped you into the person that you are today?
Oh my
Your
gosh.
Yeah, you as April today.
I am an enigma. I am a fireball. I'm an Aries. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm an Aries through and through too, though. Like I am very passionate. I'm a lover. I love love. I will love you to death.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like, I don't know. I think that everybody is shaped by their childhood. Everybody is shaped by their trauma, and it's not a bad thing. It makes you who you are. You know, it's been interesting to see myself grow and overcome some of these obstacles that I put in my way.
Yeah. I was just telling my mom today,
Yeah.
actually, like it's almost like the point of this life is to master our own mind.
It's crazy.
And like then we can move on to the next level.
We can go woo woo for
Like,
a second.
I feel like that just was like an epiphany.
I
for me.
fully believe that we picked out this life before we came here. I know for a fact I put these obstacles in my place on purpose because I knew that I would be able to overcome them.
Yeah.
Having that mentality, knowing like, hey, I came into this world knowing that I was going to have a lot of shit that I needed to take care of has helped me overcome that because I know I can do it.
Right.
Like there's not anything that
Right.
I can't do. You just have to get over that.
And
mental
once you
block.
start doing everything that
Yeah.
you thought you couldn't do, or like that the voice in your head
Yeah.
tells you you can't do, it's like oh,
Yeah.
this feels like a superpower
Yeah.
because now I can do anything
Yeah.
and nothing is going to stop
Yeah.
me. And that
Mhm.
is so fucking great.
Oh, it's cool. We're over here breaking generational curses. We are building better lives for the people that are coming up behind us. We are doing amazing things.
Yeah.
And I fully believe that we were supposed to be doing that.
Yeah. And hopefully making the world a better place.
Yeah. And I made
Yeah.
bad decisions. I'm fully taking responsibility for that. I haven't been the best friend to people. I haven't been the best daughter. I haven't been the best sister. But I'm growing.
That is the human experience though, honestly. At the end of the day, like who is perfect? No one.
Yeah.
And like it is also relative. This person might think you're not the best friend and this person thinks you are, but it's based on their experience. So
Yeah.
it goes,
I'm
it
sure
goes
there are
on
people
and
out there
on.
that are, hey, do you know April? Yeah, she's a bitch.
Yeah, right. You're the villain in somebody's story.
It's
I know
fine.
I am.
Yeah.
I know for a fact I am.
But when you come to terms with that, I think it's when you're really making strides. So yeah.
So now, April,
Mm-hmm.
what do you do for fun?
Oh,
What do you do for
I
like
love this
yeah.
question.
What are your hobbies that make
I skipped I feel like our generation is doing this. Like we're skipping midlife and going straight to the grandma. So like I love puzzles. I love going outside for long walks. I like to lay in my hammock. I love music. So I got back into singing. I know we were kind of going there earlier, but like I did have a little bit of a hard year last year. Like transition and change for me is always hard. So when I moved in town, it was a good choice and I was happy about it, but I struggled a little bit. And so I needed to find something for myself to ground me a little bit. And so I think I posted to like Facebook, like, does anyone know of adult chorus? And I had a friend from high school who I was in show choir with reach out to me and say like, yeah, I'm in chorus. Come to practice with me. I posted that I think like on a Thursday. On the following Monday, I was back in choir. We were singing together and it felt like like kismet. Like it felt like it was meant to be.
Yeah.
Um
Now you have a sense of
I
community.
do. So, every Monday I'm in rehearsal. I did take a month off because of the holidays. I needed a little bit extra break. I got, as an ADHD person and neurodivergent, like I fully believe I'm on the spectrum and I don't care if you don't believe that or not. That's my own personal opinion, but I get a little overwhelmed and overstimulated. So
Me too.
the holidays were rough.
Yeah.
And I needed to take a step back, but I'm going back next month and we have couple shows coming up and like it gives me something to be excited about again. Not that I'm not excited about my life.
Right.
But
No, I know. Something to look forward to.
Yes.
I love that.
Yeah. And I love singing with a group of people who also love to sing.
Yeah.
And it's such a good group of people. It's we're all inclusive, we're LGBTQ and they're beautiful people and I'm so glad that I've made like new friends. Yeah.
Yeah. As an adult. That's not easy to do.
No, we know that from personal experience.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. That's it. I just kind of like home. I like to be home. I like to travel, but when I'm home, I like to be home.
Same.
Yeah.
Girl. Same.
I love that though. I love that we're all kind of in that phase now. Like we're kind of like brunch girlies now. Like we're not like dinner girlies.
Right. No, I want to be home by 4 p.m. And sometimes we stay a little later.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So what do you want the listeners or anybody listening to take from your story? Or what would you like to share with somebody that might be going through the same thing or similar things?
A couple of things. One, like it's never too late to start your life. No matter where you're at in this journey, like if you are not happy, change it, right? Like let's change that, so it's never too late to go back to school. It's never too late to start therapy. It's never too late to join the chorus. It's never too late. So if you think it is, it's not. I think that a lot of people need a little extra love right now. And I think we need to be kind to each other. And so you never really know like what someone's going through. So just small acts of kindness like really go a long way.
Yeah. That's what I say about this podcast. If I'm going to be out here preaching peace and love, then so be it. Because like God, let's just love each other.
Yeah.
Please.
Why can't we all get along?
Like, please.
Yeah. No, I'm a lover. I love love. And and just don't be so opposed to like working on your mental health. Like it used to be a stigma, but like we have gone leaps and bounds in the last 30 years on mental health in that front. And like it's so important to even if you don't really like you're not going through something significant, just maintenance. Like you take your car in to get an oil change, right? Like you keep up with your car. You want to keep up with your mind the same way, right? So even just popping in, having a little session, like I'm currently doing some shadow work. I have this like journal that I'm working through. So yeah, even though I've been in therapy for 16 years, I'm still trying new methods. I'm still like,
Yeah.
kind of
Seeing
figuring that
it out
out.
for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's always some kind of like little tweaks we can do
Yeah.
here and there for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
So you talked about course.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's plug it.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's plug all the things.
I want to get this right because my memory.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Um, we have a couple of concerts coming up. I really want to invite the listeners.
Yeah.
So we have a comedy collaboration, which is actually kind of interesting. It's our first time doing that. It's called Keep It Light. It's on February 28th at 7:30 at the Panama City Center for Arts downtown.
Okay.
So we're going to have our group, the Unity Chorus of Northwest Florida, and a couple of the comedians in town. I think there's about 3 or 4 with the Panama City Comedy Club.
Mhm.
So that's on February 28th. We also have 2 shows in May, May 16th and 17th. I know. Are you going to come?
I probably hopefully will be out of town. But
Yeah.
we'll see. Not to not go, but
That's
like
okay.
I hope that I will be on a trip.
So that one is going to be our season's called Light. So it's all about bringing light to the community through singing. Yes. Which everybody needs right now.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
May 16th, 7:30 p.m., May 17th, 2:30 p.m., same place, Panama City Center for the Arts, downtown. You can buy tickets online at unitychorus.com.
Okay. If somebody wants to join the course, how do they
Absolutely.
find it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Same place. You can reach out. We're on Facebook too. We also just like created a TikTok and a YouTube channel. Like
Fun.
this is only like the 3rd or 4th year that this course has been around. So we're really kind of in the beginning stages and it's
Yeah.
exciting.
Yeah.
We have a lot of cool things we want to do and we are out in the community. We will be at Pride. We are doing a lot of the things that we want to do to bring like social awareness and just peace and love.
Peace and love, baby. Peace and love.
Yeah. Yeah.
You had some other things.
I did. I know, like, so I say therapy, but people say, but April, insurance costs $1 billion right now. And I totally get that.
And it
There
does.
yeah, it's at an all-time high.
Yeah.
Let's be real. But there are free resources that you can find online. One of them is the crisistextline.org. It's a 24/7 operation. It's text-based and you're talking with trained crisis counselors.
Right. Not chat GBT.
Correct. You are talking to real human beings.
Yeah.
And you can reach out for anything you're feeling overwhelmed, you're in crisis, you're, anxiety, whatever. So
Love
that one. And then lifelines.org I thought was pretty cool. They are kind of a hotline. So you are speaking on the phone, but they do have some text lines that you can talk to. But when I saw their website, they had like different lines that you could call, like if you're a veteran,
Cool.
you could speak to someone who is trained on speaking to people with PTSD.
I
And
love that.
yeah, so
amazing.
that is linesforlife.org. That's also 24/7. So
Okay.
if you need that, there are free resources for your mental health, please.
They are.
Yeah.
They're there.
Yeah.
What about you? Where can we find you? If you want people to find you.
I don't. Do not come to my house.
Do not
find
talk
me.
to her. Do not follow her on anything.
No,
please.
I am kind of
That's up to you.
I'm a little homebody. I did just get back on Facebook. I took
Yeah.
a break. I needed a break.
Mhm.
I'm on Instagram, but like I just
Yeah.
kind of keep my private life private. And
There's nothing wrong with
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah. The other girls, Kate's selling insurance.
she-
So I'm like, fine.
Yes,
If you want
yes.
some insurance.
I'm typing off all my
Yeah.
friends, but I personally don't need you
Yeah.
finding me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't find her.
Ugh.
We're not even going to tell you her
Yeah.
real name.
It's AP. Okay, that's it.
So I have one more
Fatty Ape.
question for you.
Yeah.
What does her look like for you? Do you feel like you are her, or do you feel like you're almost her? Or
Oh, why are you gonna make me
I ask everyone this.
Yeah.
I have to.
Um, I feel like her. I feel like her is beautiful. I feel like her is strong and confident, and I feel like her is loved. I feel like her loves people. I feel like her is kind.
Well, if you ask me, you're her.
I don't
Based on
think
those
so.
standards, but
I think I'm still finding her.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's okay.
Mhm.
I'm still finding her as
Yeah.
well. So,
But
I
she's
understand.
there,
Yeah.
and she comes out
Yeah, you can
occasionally.
taste her.
Yeah, it's so close.
Yeah.
I'm so excited for my life.
Yeah. I love that.
It's been, hard in the past, and there have been times where I wasn't excited for life,
Yeah.
but I'm excited.
I'm so proud of you.
Yeah.
I love you.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming.
Appreciate this. It's been great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am so proud of you, and I'm so like excited to call you my friend, and I'm
Mhm.
so proud of your journey and how
Yeah.
far you've come, and I
Yeah.
love you.
I'm fully
So,
blessed by you guys.
Yeah.
Like, I know I'm the one always like, I love you guys so
Yeah.
much. I'm gushing in the group chat.
I mean,
Someone's like, "Are
I
you
do
on
the
the
same
serious?"
thing.
Yes. But also, I love you.
Yeah. I love
And I don't think we can say it enough to each other.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So thank you.
Thank you.
Mm.
Thank you for being here
I appreciate it. Yeah.
guys. I appreciate you guys for listening. Again, I'm Haley Binkley, and this is Loading Her with April here today. You guys have a great weekend or week. I'm not sure when I'm going to post this, but just take care of yourselves and reach out if you do need some help. There are people out there that want to help you
Mhm.
and love you, and
Yeah.
I really appreciate you guys for listening. Thanks so much, guys. We'll talk soon. Bye.